Hi everyone, Karen in here from the Cut at Home Design team. Today I'm going to show you a new to me technique called Bokeh that is done with Tim Holtz Distress Inks and then a white ink as well. Bokeh is basically a photography technique that highlights the way out of focus points of light are in the background of a picture. It's easier to show you. So let me get started here. So to get started, I use a foam blending tool and of course Distress inks. And I think I'll start with Dusty Concord. I keep my little pads this way on a piece of Velcro and a cardstock, and that way I can use them over and over again. And so this is Dusty Concord, Tim Holtz Distress ink. And I'm just going to smear some on in a couple of locations. I want it to be nice and dark. And I'm sorry that the camera is shaking a little bit. I'm trying not to, but okay. And then maybe here. And again, I'm just in a circular motion adding some ink to the page, and this is Tim Holtz watercolor cardstock. So I'm going to switch from Dusty Concord to Blueprint Sketch. If I can find my little dealy bop that goes with the Blueprint Sketch. And again, I'm just going to add a lot of ink, and I don't want any white spaces showing, so I'm going to go over the sides just a little bit. Don't worry about the fingerprints too much. It won't matter in the long run. Maybe here. Something like that. And then, finally, I'm going to use some Wilted Violet. It's one of my favorite colors of Distress ink. Just so pretty. Okay, then I'm going to fill in the rest of the white on the page with Wilted Violet. And getting lots of ink on there. Okay, once you're done with that, we need it to dry before the next step. So I'm going to use my heat tool and just dry up that Distress ink. Okay, doesn't take long. I cut a template for my Bokeh with just some scrap piece of paper and a couple of sizes of circle dies. I'm going to use the Hero Arts Unicorn white ink. It's a pigment ink, and it's very gooey, and I like it a lot. And I'm just going to, in a random way, do white through those circles. Get lots of ink on there. This white will fade a little bit when it's dry. And then maybe one over here going off the page. And this ink is also very wet, so I'm trying not to touch it as I'm going around. The first time I did this, I used a fairly large piece of scratch paper, and I just smeared my white ink everywhere. Don't want to do that. Maybe one sort of going off the page over there. And again, I'm just going through that template, and I'm adding quite a bit of ink, quite a bit of pressure. I think I want one more up here, just barely there. Okay, once I'm done with that, again, I'm going to dry it. on another layer with smaller white dots. And then this time I'm gonna kind of overlap here and there. And these white dots are still a little wet, but I don't care. I'll just do it as carefully as I can. And maybe one here. Maybe one up here. And I think I need one more somewhere. How about right there? I didn't do that one very well, did I? Let's try it again. Add a little bit more ink to the corner there. Okay. Put all my tops back on here. So this is what bokeh is, and I'm going to dry it a little bit again so I can show you what you're supposed to do, what I did with it anyway. This is a bokeh background for a card or a scrapbook page or a mani or whatever you want to do. It's just kind of a fun, cool technique. What I'll do with it, and that ink is still a little bit wet, so I'll wait until it's dried to glue it all on. But I used some penny black heartfelt dies. There are two in the set. One of them says love, one of them says smile. And I will add that on. This is Heartfelt Creations Delicate Asters paper that I used. I'll add that on there in the corner. And then I cut a Spellbinders Asters and Poppy. I cut the poppy again from the Delicate Asters paper, and I will add that on to the card as well. And then frame it with another piece of the Delicate Asters paper. And so it'll look something like that. And I have some purple sequins that I will add to it. So that I can show you a card that's done, and done a little bit differently. I did a card, love the ink on my fingers. That's cool. Nothing better. I did a card in advance using, there it is, almost lost it. 3 other colors. I haven't actually mounted it yet. I will. So this is done with Salty Ocean, with Squeezed Lemonade, and with Mowed Lawn. And you can see I did the white spots on this one quite a bit lighter and quite a bit fewer of them, just to be able to show you the range that you can get with this technique. On this one, I also spritzed the background with water before I started putting the white dots on, and you can see that fun splattery effect. This butterfly is from Spellbinders Heart and Flutter. It's a Delight, Die Delight, available at Cut at Home. Again, that's the heartfelt penny black die. And then this fun floral down here is from Tattered Lace. It's called Panorama Grass Small. And I just added some lace and twine, so you can see that whether you embellish it a little or embellish it a lot, it's just a fun, cool technique. I hope you enjoyed watching today. For more information on the products that I used and for another step-by-step instruction, be sure to check out the Cut at Home blog at www.cutathome.com/blog. Stay crafty.